Y'all, when I tell y'all the dumbest SHIT just happened, I mean, I feel like this is the corniest stunt in female rap history. GloRilla and Megan Thee Stallion unfollowed and refollowed each other within minutes. So before we get into it, I want to start off with what happened today, and we're kind of going to go in order, okay? So GloRilla debuted some new pictures, and people noticed that there is something different about her nose. And so here is like a side by side. So people were discussing, did GloRilla get her nose done? Now she has been on the low, for the past couple of weeks. She was performing here, there, and everywhere. And then I noticed that it was a little quiet or whatever, but I don't really care because we've been covering the Diddy case. So shout out to everybody who's new for that. I really appreciate y'all. We be talking about these female rappers and music business stuff. So please come in, make sure y'all like the video, kick up y'all feet because we're gonna, get back into sort of our normal routine right here. And we just gonna have a little kiki right now. So yeah, here's a side by side. And when I see the side by side, I do feel like yes, GloRilla did get her nose done, and she sort of confirmed it right here when she says and did, because a page had posted up, it seemed like she got her nose done or whatever. So it definitely does seem so because if you look at the bridge of her nose right here, you see that like her nose was more spread out, right? It was the nostrils, and it's still kind of so, but it's like a little smaller. I don't know how to explain it. So here's a video. So that's from another angle because we were just looking at from like this angle. So when you're comparing surgery, you have to really like compare pictures from the same angle because we look different from different angles, different lightings, different positions and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm definitely going to say that she got her nose done. See, once again, it says right here, another angle. So yeah, it definitely looks like it, but congratulations to her if that's what she felt that she needed to do. In order to feel good about herself. So here, this was the first tweet that got GloRilla, up and talking. So anyway, the day goes by and we chilling or whatever. Okay, look. So GloRilla earlier posted this on her story, saying the post says, "I'm forever grateful for the heart I have, the way I love, the way I treat people, my pure intent. It's all a blessing." And as you can see above attached, she attached this Tory Lane song, okay, YDLR or whatever. I don't know that song, but let me know if you do. And so after this happens, boom, Megan unfollowed her on Instagram, right? So now everybody got up, everybody is talking because we're all like, what? Like, like, is it that serious? And so, I mean, just putting ourselves in Megan's shoes, like, okay, what's been happening lately? So lately, if you've been on the channel and looked at the last couple of videos I did, I talked about the recent news of the claims of like new evidence when it comes to Tory Lanez in their case, as well as Rock Nation's statement for Meg, and Meg also coming out to defend herself. So it's a lot going on right now in their situation. So the timing is very interesting on GloRilla's behalf. So of course, fans start dragging her. Megan's fans, of course, they start dragging GloRilla because they feel like Megan doesn't have a lot of support in the industry. And I could understand that from their perspective. But guys, like, y'all have to remember that a lot of people don't believe Megan because she lied several times within that case. And I know, like, we all kind of tired of talking about it, I'm sure we all are, but that's really where people are and why they don't believe. And so, that's why she does have a lack of support. So, now, even earlier in the day, there was a post that was going around, and SZA even came out to support Meg. Any SZA fans? Okay, so look at this. So it says SZA defends Megan Thee Stallion against Tory Lanez and his supporters. SZA says, this was what she actually said. So let's read it here. So it says, the density. I'm actually so shocked at the amount of people fully comfortable bullying a woman that's proven to be a victim of assault, like out loud where other people can see you. LMAO, you finna be stupid out loud? Like, okay, I can understand this point of view, especially, like, I don't know, if you're going like that hard on Megan. It's like, you guys know how I feel about it. But once again, all of this new conversation coming up about it, like, I know that we're all tired, but it's like, bro, do I really believe the right thing? I feel like I do, but it's like, it's too much, And so, SZA really was the only one to really come out and defend Meg. And so this happens. And then, GloRilla does what she does. And we all know Megan and GloRilla for being, like homegirls. But here's the thing: it's like, what is the depth of these relationships in the industry? So we know that, yeah, like they've been on tour together. They've done so many collaborations at this point, and so it was really unfortunate to really see like all of this kind of go down. But it's like, why is it every time something happens between Meg and a so-called friend, it has to do something with Tory Lanez? So of course, other fans were trying to justify, GloRilla posting Tory. And so a fan says, how can people try to justify GloRilla not supporting her quote unquote sister when SZA can come forward and defend Meg, right? And so there's this concept that we have in female rap where it's kind of like fake because the industry is fake, but it's like, oh yeah, female rap unity. And it seemed to be very prevalent in term on their side of town. And when I say their side of town, I'm really talking about Megan and GloRilla, right? They did so much work together. They went on tour. Honestly, I've been saying this on the channel. I do feel like GloRilla surpassed Meg in terms of relevancy and music making ability because she's just better. Like she just has more hits. Her music is just more. It's just better, like it's just, and that's evident by the way GloRilla has been moving around in the past couple of months in terms of her bookings, right? About 20 minutes after Megan unfollows GloRilla, GloRilla actually returned the favor and and unfollowed her as well. But let's rewind back a minute, right? Because here, Megan, not only did Megan unfollow GloRilla, but to fans, it looked like she deleted it, but she really archived a birthday tribute to GloRilla on her Instagram. So, here are her fan pages. This is a photo of GloRilla and Megan together. Where Megan wished Glo a happy birthday and then she archived it on her page. Y'all go check her page and see if she unarchived it, right? So of course, people are talking, people are talking, people are talking, people can't believe because this is breaking news. And I'm over here getting ready to come and record to tell y'all what's really going on the timeline. And then all of a sudden, bitch, all of a sudden, I get word that they had refollowed each other on Instagram. Now, of course, I went and checked for myself, took these screenshots and made this photo so I could really show y'all. But it's like, what the heck was that? Because we all thought that we were seeing a relationship come to an end. And so I'm here thinking about what I want to say to y'all and how I can explain this and stuff like that. And so, and all of that, before I could come even get on the mic to come and talk for y'all, y'all follow each other back. So let's really talk about it. Let's get into some motherfucking things now, right? So let's really talk about it. Why would they unfollow each other, right? So it gotta be that okay. Why would GloRilla post Tory Lanez? Now here's the thing. Maybe she's friends with Meg, but we gotta remember Meg ain't really nobody master. You can still be a fan of Tory Lanez, right? So maybe she was a fan of Tory Lanez. Do you think if you was a friend of Megan, would you have posted Tory Lanez? I don't know. I think that like a lot of people in the industry, we've seen a lot of celebrities, mainly men, come out and support Tory in the past week or so after his attack, in prison. And so I'm not sure if we're witnessing a tide turning within the industry with people feeling more comfortable of showing their support to Tory. So when this happens, I'm thinking in my head, well, like, does GloRilla believe Tory? Or you don't even have to believe Tory. Just because you don't believe Meg, it's two other people who could have did something with the gun, right? Like now if y'all was real friends, right, if y'all was real cool like y'all claim to be, why would y'all do this, just unfollow each other out of nowhere before getting on the phone and talking it out? That's my whole thing, right? And so it goes to show, what is the depth of these industry relationships? Like, are y'all really friends or are y'all just industry sisters? And so let me know what you guys think, because I think that GloRilla and Meg is really actually cool because they did spend a lot of time together when they were on tour, when GloRilla was touring with Meg. And so, I really do think that they grew fond of each other and understand each other way more. But I don't know, like, I can you like Meg as a person while also like not believing her? I don't know. If you were in GloRilla's position, would you support, like Tory, or would you be posting his music, child? I don't know. And that's why I gotta really call this the corniest stunt in female rap of all time. I am actually so disappointed. We don't know if this is real or if they got on the phone real quick, because not only was it popping off between them on social media, but even their friends and even Megan's stylist came and tweeted. And you see, I got the tweet up on the screen, and what it say? This page doesn't exist. He deleted the tweet. Okay, he deleted the tweet. I heard that their hairstylists were going back and forth. I don't know if they're in on it or if it was this or if this was a genuine misunderstanding. But my thing is, if there's a misunderstanding between friends, why aren't y'all getting on the phone and talking this out before y'all make any permanent moves on social media because you know everybody is watching you? Or do you think that, and this is going to be one of the narratives, is do you think that they are both trying to get some attention back on them? We started off the video with talking about GloRilla's new nose. We understand everything going on with Meg and Tori these days. She also just had a new release of a new clothing line on Walmart. And like these people do things in the industry all the time for attention. And so I'm not sure if we're witnessing one of those, but I really think it's just corny. And I'm so disappointed, especially in GloRilla. Like Megan been with the stunts, but GloRilla is like, girl, like you don't even have to do all of that because what? Like you popping, or whatever. Like you popping. So anyway, I actually want to bring the conversation over to Cardi because I was going to do that even before we found out that they were following each other because I didn't speak on this, but a couple of months ago or weeks ago, I don't even know, it was reported that Cardi B liked this tweet saying Tory Lanez is making more money than Megan Thee Stallion. So look at this tweet. So it says, Tory Lanez is in jail making more money than Megan this month. And basically it was a chart showing like, their daily streams, lead streams, feature streams, and monthly revenue, right? So as you can see right here, monthly, Megan is making 977.4 thousand. Tory says 1.2 million. Now Tory, I think, did have more monthly listeners than Megan. And a lot of people musically just think and believe that Tory Lanez is just simply more talented than Megan. I also have to agree, And so it's a fact, right? So it says Cardi B end up liking this tweet and they even had a screenshot. So it's like you can't even deny it. Now Cardi didn't speak on this. She didn't verify or deny it or whatever. So it just went, under the radar. Not really under the radar because all of the fans were talking about it. But like I am, you don't have to talk about or address everything. And who knows, that was maybe the slip of her finger liking it. But look, child, you did what you did and you got caught up. But really, that brings me to the point where are we going to see a breakdown in Megan and Cardi's relationship? Now, they Megan brought her out at her tour, as you can see. But on Megan's last song, I think it's called "It's Whenever" or "It's Whatever," she did have a couple of bars that seemingly was for Cardi, right? And so they haven't worked together since Bongos. I was thinking that Cardi may have Megan on her album, but who knows, right? But they have been really distant. So for me, I think that Megan and Cardi are more industry friends, if that, right? Because see, the thing is, Megan is mad that Cardi's still working with Partisan Fontaine, aka Party, aka Megan's ex-boyfriend. But before Megan and Party started dating, Party been writing from Cardi for Cardi since the beginning. So do you think it's fair if Megan expects her friends to denounce and not work with her ops, if even if they were connected with her ops before Megan even came along? I don't really think that that's fair because we know that Party and Cardi are very close collaborators, and honestly, Cardi really can't do much without him. So, just thinking about Megan and Cardi's relationship, but honestly, I do think that like GloRilla and Cardi, they seem to have more of a familial dynamic that's I think a little bit more real. And so I think that I would classify them um I wouldn't say friends, but like just I don't know. I really don't know what to call it. I would say industry friends, right? Because like a lot of these hoes be fake. So is it no female rap unity or is it female rap unity or are y'all just pretending? And that's one thing about Cardi is that she can't really talk. She can't really speak on it. She really gonna have to come out swinging on her album. Cardi really gonna have to come out swinging on her album because Megan been swinging, Bia been swinging, JT been swinging, a lot of bitches been swinging at her, and she ain't swung back yet, right? So will Cardi really throw some shots towards Megan Thee Stallion on her album is something that a lot of the female rap fans are looking towards because she be having all that mouth on Instagram Live, okay? And I think Megan really trying to tell us something. She trying to tell us something without telling us. And if you listen to the bars in her song, you're going to get it and do the process of elimination, okay? But of course, I want to know what you guys think about this. To me, if it is really true, because I don't know, could GloRilla and Meg have gotten on the phone that fast after they did the unfollowing stuff? See, I didn't think that GloRilla was that petty because I'm not really that petty to be, oh, you unfollow me, so I'm gonna unfollow you. Maybe at some point, child, because I ain't really checking for you like that, right? But it's like I don't make any permanent decisions unless we have a conversation about it. And so it's like, do we really think that this was a stunt? Because like we said, there was a whole sort of rollout for this, right? It was a day GloRilla debuted her new nose, then she posts up Tory Lanez on her story, then Megan unfollows, then her stylist tweets, then Megan's other friend tweets, who's a dancer for her, and then GloRilla unfollows. Like, it's a whole chain of events that we just went through. So that's why I'm just like, is this real or is this a stunt? Why do y'all feel the need to do this? Like, if it is a stunt, why do y'all feel like y'all need to do this? Because it's so unnecessary. So unnecessary, because it's no shade. I don't feel like anything is more important right now, in my personal opinion, than Diddy. Okay. That's really the main thing I'm focused on right now. Any sort of small thing that happens in the things that we cover, as in female rap and music business stuff, I will talk about if it is breaking news. And I felt like this was a category of that. But I was also so annoyed once they refollowed each other so quickly. So it's like, if it was a true break in communication, then I cool. But if y'all on some funny shit, y'all better keep it over there, because it ain't gonna be pretty the next time I gotta talk about y'all. All right. So of course, let me know what you guys think in the comments. I hope that you are subscribed, because a lot of y'all don't be subscribed. But if you made it this far into the video, I know you enjoyed that conversation. So do not leave until you let me know how you feel in them comments, and make sure you like the video and turn on all notifications when you subscribe, so that you never miss when I go live or when I upload, because we have a lot to talk about. All right. I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.